week, guys.
Nothing stronger than ginger ale, right?
For me?
Yeah.
No, I don't follow that. I'm sorry.
You don't follow that?
I can pretend and be like, oh, I got to be a role model and make sure. No, sorry. Saturday's 5:30 Tito's time. All right.
Wow.
5:30 every Saturday. Don't bother me. Okay. I get half hour peace and quiet from Mrs. Carlino and my two girls. Dad's on the couch watching college football. Tito's time.
Make sure
That's
not
it.
to email you then.
That's right. All right, so don't bother me. Yep, no emails, texts. Don't come to the house. 5:30 every Saturday. All righty. All right, real quick. I want to review before we move on. All right, I want to review before we move on because I got a lot of surprises for you today. I'm gonna see if you can help me fill out this chart up here. All right, this is a majority of what's on the test on Thursday. So if I give you sine, and the problem is somewhere on the unit circle, deals with the unit circle, what is coming to your mind?
Why?
Yeah, good. Y coordinate, right? All right, let's keep going across. What if you're on a right triangle and you can't just pick the Y coordinate anymore? Opposite. Where are you getting that from, Ian? SOHCAHTOA, right? Opposite over hypotenuse. Where's sine positive?
The first two.
First and
Second coordinate.
second coordinate.
Quadrant.
Yes. Okay, so that's what I need you to think about when I say the word sine. All right, those three different things. Go to cosine. What are you thinking about if it's a unit circle problem? X coordinate. Good. What about if we're working in a right triangle, like a bow tie problem? Adjacent over hypotenuse. And then what about where's cosine positive?
Third and fourth. Oh, wait. First and third.
Well, it's definitely got to be the first, right? Because everything's positive.
First and fourth.
ASTC. All students take classes. Fourth quadrant. All good? And then lastly, we did tangent on Friday if you weren't here. Tangent on the unit circle.
Y over X.
Yes, because I'm at a coordinate, so it's got to be Y over X coordinate. Right triangle. Opposite over adjacent. Awesome. And then where is it positive? And? Third and? First, right? Everything's positive in the first. First and third. All right, what do we think here?
Good. We're good.
All right, well, bad news. This is all correct. It's not like I've been fooling you for a week. This is all correct. These are the only three that you know of and that you think that exist.
Is there a sigma?
There's three more. There's three more of these that you never knew existed. You always thought it was SOHCAHTOA, right? Sine, cosine, tangent. There's three more. Okay, there's three more. And that's what I'm going to go over today are these new three.
Oh,
All right, these new three. Ready? Here we go. Here's the new three.
What is this?
Yeah, I know. New word. Yep. Abbreviations. We're going to take our time. You're not going to start whining. All right. First new one, and I'm going to kind of go out of order here. First new one is called cosecant. And yeah, I know. Just everything is awkward at first, so just deal with it. Okay. First day of school, everyone's always awkward, right? Some of you still are, but cosecant. It's CSC, and what it is, it's sine flipped. That's what it is. Sine flipped. Cosecant. It's sine flipped. So watch. You guys can do this. I'm telling you. Let me go back to my chart here. Sine and cosecant go together. So I'm going to write cosecant here now. So instead of being the y coordinate, it's 1 over the y coordinate now. Because I flipped it, right? Now, come on, you're good. I've seen you for 10 weeks now. If we're on a right triangle, it won't be opposite over hypotenuse. Hey, you're fine. You just got to know the new name and the new abbreviation. Still positive in the same quadrants as sine. You just got to remember that these two bad boys go together. Okay, they go together. And I will give you a trick to remember that in a second. So cosecant, CSC, it's related with, what's its related partner here? Sine. Okay, cousin, I don't know, what do you want to call it? All right, sine and cosecant go together. All good. The next new one, secant. Secant, abbreviated SEC, and as you can see, that goes with cosine. So let's go back to my chart here. Secant. Secant. See if you can find some information for secant for me. Ready? It's not going to be the x coordinate, it will be 1 over the x coordinate. It won't be adjacent over hypotenuse. What will it be? Yep, darn right. And it is still positive in the same quadrants. All right? Sine and cosecant go together. Cosine and secant. Any issues yet before I introduce the final one? And the final one kind of makes a little more sense than by its name anyway than these two. And the last name?
Cotangent.
Cotangent. What's it got it? What word does it have in it?
Tangent.
Tangent. So you know it's got to go with tangent, right? There's no, mind-blowing things there. Cotangent goes with tangent. So that's the last thing I'm going to fill out here, and I'll show you my magic after. Cotangent. How do you abbreviate it? Cotangent. What's it say on your notes? Cotangent abbreviated. COT. On the unit circle.
X over Y.
Flip it. Right? All these are just everything flipped. What about on a right triangle? Adjacent over opposite. Yep. And then how about what quadrants they're positive in?
Same ones.
Same ones. You just got to know that these two bad boys go together. And I don't know. To me, it's pretty easy to know they go together. Tangent, cotangent, right? All right, you ready for my secret to figure out which ones are paired together? This column right here. What's the word you always associate to remember all this stuff? SOHCAHTOA, right, Tyler? Here you go, everybody. Here's how I remember what's paired with what. Okay, can we all agree tangent and cotangent have to go together?
Yeah.
You got it. That's just, they sound the same. So cotangent goes with that one. Now we're down to which one did cosecant belong to and which one secant belong to, right? Because that's a very easy to mix up. Secant, abbreviation SEC, which is another abbreviation for what word in the English language? Second. So it goes with
Cosine.
the second one in SOHCAHTOA.
Ooh.
All right, you like that? Yeah.
Ooh.
SEC is an abbreviation for, yes, secant, but also the word second in the English language. So it goes with the second one in SOHCAHTOA, leaving cosecant for sine. Okay? So that is how I'm going to have you guys remember what goes with what. Write out SOHCAHTOA, write out cotangent right underneath tangent, and then remember second, SEC goes with the second one up there. All right? All right, you ready to use it? Because I'm going to start calling on people now. All right, let's go to this right triangle. I gave you radical 7 and 3, and it says find the value of all 6 of these now. All 6. Sine, cosine, tangent, and my new 3. Okay, sine, cosine. Before we do that, though, to save ourselves some time and frustration, I know I'm going to need the hypotenuse in a few of them. Right, H, I'm going to need it. So you guys let me know. Can we find the hypotenuse before we start? Yep, and how are we going to do it? How do we find the hypotenuse up here? Amram, any idea how do you find the hypotenuse? All right, perfect. Let's do it. Yep. And there you go. Everyone get at it after it now so we can find this hypotenuse. And again, you guys know I feel no decimals, please. Please leave it in radical form. Please leave it in radical form. And when you have the hypotenuse, let me know. Amber, when you have it, let me know again. 4. Yep, everyone's getting 4 out.
Yep.
Going, right? Everyone label it with 4. All right, now let's find our 6. Usually I'd ask you guys what you want to start with, but I'll just make the decision. Let's go, and it's got to be from what angle we looking at here? Oh, read the directions. Find the value of all 6 functions from angle
A.
Okay, so make sure you're looking at angle A when you tell me adjacent, opposite, hypotenuse. You want to do sine first? Sure. Let's do sine A. How do I find the value of sine A here? Remember, we're on a right triangle. Sine A. Boom. Hav, what are you using to find sine?
Opposite over hypotenuse.
Yep, what's opposite A?
Back to 7.
Over hypotenuse?
4.
Yep. Perfect. Everyone's good? How about I'm going to make a little change now. I know many of you think I'll go to cosine. No. Ready? Here's what I'm going to now. What's that the abbreviation for?
Cosecant.
And that's related to which one, sine or cosine?
Sine.
Sine, and all I have to do is flip it. Yeah, so you see why I went right there to it? Because if that's radical 7 over 4, this will be 4 over radical 7. All right, let's keep trucking. How about cosine? Cosine A now. What are you thinking about with cosine? What sides for cosine, Gianna? Adjacent, perfect, over 4. Come on, let's go. What do you think I should do next then? Not tangent? Secant, right? Secant, S-E-C, which goes with cosine. And how are you going to find that one? Just flip cosine. See how they're related now? Just the other one flipped. So what do we got? Tangent left? All right, what do you got for tangent? What are you thinking about with tangent? What letters here were for tangent? Max?
Opposite over adjacent.
Go ahead. What's opposite A?
Radical 7.
Over adjacent?
3.
Yep. And then everyone finish it now. The only one I'm missing is what?
Cotangent.
Cotangent. Yep. Perfect. And flip.
3 over radical 7.
Flip the tangent. And there's still one thing we need to do though. Read the directions.
Solve.
What's angle A? How many degrees are in angle A, right? How many degrees are in angle A?
One of them. Good.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'd use one of the new ones because I don't know where that is on the calculator yet. But I can definitely use sine, cosine, or tangent. Anybody? Let's make a class decision. What do we want to use to find the angle?
Sine.
Sine A? All right. So everyone, pretend I wasn't here all last week. I know sine A equals radical 7 over 4. Quick check though. Hold on. Because I needed to charge some of your calculators over the weekend, and when I charge them, it automatically defaults to radian mode. What mode should you be in here?
Degree.
Degree mode. So make sure, including myself up here, make sure you're in degree mode. Go to settings, change it. All right, now go ahead, pretend I wasn't here. Where do I have to go here to find this angle measure?
Equation.
Equations, yep. And what do you want me to type in here if what did we choose? Sine? Okay, so sine x, yep. Equal sign, right? Shift equals, what is it, radical 7 over 4? Okay, now, I'm going to see if anybody's on their toes here. I go there. Okay, I'm going to go to the interval. Usually we'd be in a quadrant with a bow tie and be like, I know that's between that and that. We're in a triangle though, guys. Right? That's already a right angle.
Force quadrant.
0 and 90.
It's got to be between 0. It can't be bigger than 9. I can't have an angle bigger than 90. Can't have 2 right angles in a triangle. Make sense, O-Dog?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to say, what's my interval going to be then?
0 and
0 to 90, yep. So 0, enter, 90.
Yes.
41 degrees, there it is. So angle A, 41 degrees. Would I have gotten a different answer if you guys said, let's use cosine or tangent? Nope, not at all.
Why wouldn't they get a different answer?
You wouldn't.
Why not?
Because notice you're doing cosine. If we chose cosine,
Yeah.
we're not doing radical 7 over 4. We're doing 3/4. And it'll
They both would the same. Like,
still be 41 degrees. Yep. All right, all good? All right, let's keep grinding here. I'm just going to go over everything we've done now with these three. Help me fill in the chart. I kind of already gave some of this away. What's positive in what quadrant? Can we just start? What am I going to put it all in quadrant 1?
Positive.
It's all positive, right? Including these new 3, all positive. So I'll put my A there. Yep. All is positive in the first. All right, don't give anything away here, but second quadrant, before you walked into the room today, what was positive to you only in the second quadrant?
Sine.
Sine, right? That was the only thing that was positive. But now we also said what goes with sine? Cosecant. That means that is also positive in the second. Everything else?
Negative.
Negative. So what we knew is positive, and it's, what do we call it? Cousin? Partner? I don't know.
Kid.
It's not a kid, definitely not a kid. Offspring? I like offspring's not bad. Before you walked in today, what's the only thing you knew was positive in the third? Nothing?
I thought nothing was positive.
There's an N here?
T.
All students.
Take.
And what did the T stand for?
Classes.
Tangent.
That's the last
Started with the T stood for tangent. So tangent is positive in the third, which means what else must be positive now?
Cotangent.
Cotangent. Yep. Everything else?
Negative.
Negative. What does the C mean?
Cosine.
Cosine is positive in the first. Now, if cosine's positive, that means what's the offspring of cosine?
Secant.
Secant. It must be positive. Everything else, negative. Beautiful. All good? Any issues? Because I know I'm going through this kind of quick here. So we used a right triangle. We used ASTC. What else do we still have to do with these 3? Oh, where is it on the calculator now? You ready for this? Because you're gonna have to dig deep for this one.
Toolbox.
I would say.
Cotangent of 340. Now everyone just looks at the front screen. Nobody sees the COT button, do they?
No.
No, they don't. But yes, Tyler, where would we usually go if we need to find something?
Toolbox.
Good old toolbox, everyone. Go to your toolbox so I can show you where cotangent and all the rest are. Toolbox. So make sure you're on the calculation screen, right? Make sure you're on the calculation screen. Now go to toolbox. Everyone with me? We are in the trigonometry unit. So you want to scroll down to trigonometry. And you have 2 options, hyperbolic and advanced. Oh, we advanced in here. Here we go. Yep. And then you can see the 3 we need right away. Okay, so what's this one? Cotangent. And then what is it? 340? Yeah. And hey, thank you, Tyler. We're plugging in what? 340. So your calculator, if it's in degree mode, you're fine. If it's in radian mode, it's thinking you're plugging in 340 radians. All right, so we'll make sure you're in the correct mode. And don't worry about what it has next to it. There's my answer, negative. But what's it rounding to here? Determine the sign. Oh, we're just determining the sign. Why are we using our calculators then? We could have done this without typing it in, but what's the sign then?
Negative.
Negative, yep. And other than me not realizing the directions, we didn't need our calculator, did we? What quadrant's 340 in?
Fourth.
Fourth. What is tangent positive in the fourth? Nope, either is cotangent then. So let's not use our calculators then till exercise 5. 123. Where's 123?
The second.
Okay, second. What's the only thing positive in the second?
Sine.
Sine. So would secant, is secant and sine go together? Nope. So that's negative. And actually, I'm kind of glad we went to the, so if this is on the test or on the Delta Math tomorrow, you can always type it in and see the sign too, right? Cosecant of 184. Where's 184?
Third.
Third, second?
Third.
Third, right? Because past 180. What's only positive in the third? Tangent. So would cosecant be positive?
Nope.
Nope, because that goes with sine. So all negative across the board. Oh, I love these questions because these are the ones that'll be on the test, not the ones you can use your calculator for. All right, cotangent is less than 0. Fancy way of us saying what? Negative, right? It's negative. Secant greater than 0. Fancy way of saying? All right, so I got to figure out what quadrant I'm in before I answer the question.
2.
Whoa, relax there, boss. Now, I understand, especially just learning them 5 minutes ago, that you might be uncomfortable hearing the word cotangent and secant. My suggestion, write their offspring or their parent right above them. What goes with cotangent?
Secant.
Cotangent. What goes with cotangent?
Tangent.
Tangent, right? So now think about where tangent is negative and what goes with secant? Cosine. So think about it now. Where is tangent negative at the same time cosine positive?
4.
Where am I right now? Are we sure?
Certain.
Quadrant?
100%. 4.
4 is where cosine is positive. All right. Now that we're in quad 4, let's answer the question. What could my angle possibly be then?
2.
We're in quad 4.
2.
No?
Yeah.
Well, some people said, I heard choice 3 out there. I did.
Oh.
And in all seriousness, because I know what the calculator can do. So on Thursday's test, there's not much you can use the calculator for. Are we okay on how I identified that this was quad 4? Tangent is negative, cosine's positive, only in that quadrant 4. All right, now you can go ahead and use your calculator. Toolbox. Studs in here. Nearest thousand. How many numbers should I have after the decimal?
3.
3. 2 is hundredth. 3 is thousand. So what number should you be looking at to round or not?
The fourth.
The fourth number, correct. The fourth number. I'll put my answers up here as you're typing them in your calculator. Ooh, what's the number after that one?
Where's the 1?
And remember, I can't show you where this is for the test on Thursday. These are. When you guys were using the old days, when you guys were using your TIs, they never had these buttons on there.
You see it looks in the way.
How my answers look, all right? Comparing to yours. Everyone rounded correctly? We're all good? All right. Last few here. Which one of the following values is x? Basically, where is it undefined? Where is cosecant undefined? That's what we're looking for here. Which one of these degree measures where I get an undefined cosecant value? And I'm not going to make it tough. Use your darn calculators.
No.
Should find it pretty quick, I hope. Where you get undefined? 180 degrees. Yep. Buck 80. And then down here, look, we used to have to do so much work for these, but you guys can now type them in your calculator. Just before you do, anybody see anything different out of these three choices that you have to worry about when you type it in?
Radian.
Yeah, 3 pi 8. You cannot go to the toolbox, hit cosecant, and do 3 pi over 4 because your calculator is going to think it's in degrees. So you either convert it into degrees or convert your calculator into degree or into radian mode before you type it in. All right, so watch that. What's your deal?
Do you put the radians in the parentheses or outside?
In the parentheses. In the parentheses. Correct. So 3 pi over 4 RAD, close the parenthesis. And leave it in radical form, please. Leave it in fraction and radical form if it comes down to that. So be careful when you get to C. You're going to have to make a decision. What's everyone getting? Secant is 60? 2, good. Cotangent of 150, negative. Radical 3, perfect. And then cosecant of 3 pi over 4 radians. Radical 2, yep. All right, get going on your assignment. I will pop the, be careful on number 1. Make sure if you're in degrees or radians for number 1, all right? And then I'll put the answers up here. Group assignment coming up tomorrow. Let's get it moving.